Today, we're going to talk about why you need a financial advisor before you retire. And I know what you're thinking. Financial advisors are for the rich. I can't afford a financial advisor. Let's get that out of the way before we even start and you click off the video because you think this doesn't apply to you. Financial advising is accessible to a wide range of individuals, a wide range of income. Sometimes there's even people who do it pro bono, people who do it for free out of the kindness of their hearts. You just need to look in your local city to see what financial advisors are willing to help you out. That's one. Two, there's different ways to engage a financial advisor. You may engage one on an hourly basis. Maybe you just have a quick question about your 401k. He says, hey, should I roll it over? Should it be direct? Maybe I have a question about taxes. You can do all those things on an hourly basis. You don't necessarily need to hire one for years to come. Also, you may be just trying to get your finances in order. Maybe you just need some guidance. Maybe you just need to know if you need to enroll in a 401k, or maybe you need to save for the next 6 months. You can have that conversation. You can have a financial advisor work with you on a month-to-month basis until you get that together, or they can formulate a financial plan for you to guide you in that direction. And there are some that are what they call do-it-yourself. They will create a financial plan. You get to take it, you get to execute it, and that's all you need. But me, as a financial advisor, I like to work one-on-one with our clients. And this video is actually for those who want a financial advisor to actually be hands-on in their family, hands-on in their business, hands-on in their finances, so it can evolve and it can grow as they grow. That means that their money is more than just the $1 million or $2 million in their IRA. It means their kids' college education. It means their legacy. It means the ability to pass it on to their children. It means bringing in those family members and assigning your power of attorney, assigning your executor, those who are going to be your beneficiaries, and really create this world around your finances where your dreams come true. If that's you, this video is for you because I'm going to tell you the reasons why having a financial plan is actually going to give you the retirement that you want, and not the one that a lot of people talk about. Now, the one people talk about is the permanent vacation. They just quit their job and they try to live off their savings. And what's the number one fear? That they are going to run out of money. That is their number one fear. And what do? They complain, they kick and moan about what they have, and they're just so frustrated. Sometimes they say, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to live off Social Security, or I just can't do that right now. But that's not you. That's not the life that you want. You don't want your permanent vacation to be your permanent prison. You want to be able to do what you want, when you want, for how long as you want, because it's your retirement. It's going to be finally your chance to take your life to the next level. And you want someone to take you there and identify some of those blind spots. We're going to talk about some of those. And right before we get into it, I want you to have this quote by Viktor Frankl. He was actually in a concentration camp. He survived, and he actually came up with logotherapy. He has a quote that goes like this, and I actually want to read it to you here. No one can relieve him of his suffering or suffer in his place. His unique opportunity lies in the way in which he bears his burden. That is financial planning in a nutshell. Retirement is your burden. It is something that you need to go through and you need to overcome. But you don't have to do it alone. I can't suffer in your place. This is your life. This is your money. And we'll talk about that a little bit later as well toward the end of the video. I cannot suffer for you, but what I can do is help you prepare so your suffering is less. There's no perfect plan. There is no plan where there's not going to be any suffering. There's not going to be any tragedy. There's not going to be any trauma. There's going to be marriages. There's going to be divorce. There's going to be separations. There's going to be deaths in the family. All those are going to play a vital role in your life and how well you are going to live your retirement. But those things are outside of our control. Financial plans are about finding out what's inside of our control and controlling those things. So the things that are outside of our control, we can let them be. So the first thing I want to address is that people wonder, what is the market going to be like, right? That is something that's outside of our control. I don't know what the market is going to do in 5 years. I don't know what it's going to do in 10 years. All I know is what the market is doing right now and how are we going to position our clients to take advantage of what's going on now. 2 years ago, who could have predicted that we would be at war with Iran? No one, right? Everyone's financial plan did not include a war with Iran, but it's here. So what are we doing now? Not what we did 5 years ago, not what our plan was 6 years ago, but what are we doing now to adjust our finances to make sure that we are maximizing our income so we have resources in case we need it? Now, this takes me to our point. The Monte Carlo simulation. The Monte Carlo simulation is something financial advisors use. We take your income, your expenses, all your resources, and then we say, what type of retirement do you want? Do you want to buy a car every 6 years? Or you want to buy a new property? What are some things that you want to do in your retirement? We put this into the calculation, and then the algorithm punches out about 10,000 different scenarios. Let's say the market is up 1 year, down 1 year, it's medium another year, all these different scenarios that it runs. And we could say, what is your probability of success? And probability of success is one of the greatest things in financial planning because it doesn't say what's right or what's wrong. It says what's most probable. After we put all your numbers in, we figure out, are you an 80%? Do you have a 90% chance of success? Those are going to be our opportunities to figure out where we can push this number either forward or if we're comfortable where that number is at. Now, what we need to understand is that, once again, retirement is about probability. We cannot determine the future because we don't know what the future holds. What we can do is make a great recommendation. That recommendation is going to say, well, we have a 90% chance of success. Now, what does 90% chance mean? There is a 10% chance of failure. There may be some catastrophic thing that happens in our lives that causes us not to be successful, and we have to understand that. But it's not about eliminating all risk because everything has risk. Whether you have money in a savings account, that has inflation risk. It's not going to keep up with the price of goods. And you have investment risk. Maybe you're invested in one company, which is called concentration risk. If that company goes down, so does your stock, and you don't have diversification. So those are things that we really look into to determine how are we going to determine success in your life. And once again, success is something personal, something between you and your financial advisor that you are going to discuss. You can be a multimillionaire and still fail at life because you're emotionally damaged, or maybe you didn't go to therapy. Those things are going to play a vital role in what we consider happiness. As a financial advisor, we do take those things in consideration. The next thing about a financial plan that's really